Ladies and gentlemen, throughout history, mankind has pursued countless desires. Some seek wealth, others fame, some chase power, and yet many desire knowledge. We live in a world bustling with opportunities, distractions, and temptations. But despite all these pursuits, there remains a question that has echoed through the ages. What is man's greatest need? When we look at the various pursuits of human life, it becomes clear that true satisfaction cannot be found in external positions alone. Wealth may provide comfort and knowledge may offer insight, yet these alone do not fill the emptiness that can dwell within the heart. The deepest longing of every human being is internal, a search for fulfillment that transcends material achievement. This inner need is not easily defined, for it is unique to each individual, yet its presence is undeniable. Without addressing this internal longing, no external accomplishment can bring lasting peace or joy. Purpose is a vital component of this internal need. Human beings are not satisfied by mere existence. They crave significance. We want to know that our lives matter, that our actions have meaning, and that we are contributing to something greater than ourselves. Purpose gives direction to our decisions, motivation to overcome challenges, and resilience in the face of difficulties. Without a sense of purpose, even the most successful people may feel hollow or lost, wandering through life without a clear path or reason. Fulfillment, closely tied to purpose, arises when our inner desires align with meaningful action. It is the profound satisfaction that comes not from accumulation but from alignment. Aligning our talents with our passions, our values with our choices, and our hearts with a cause greater than ourselves. Fulfillment transforms ordinary experiences into moments of significance, turning daily routines into opportunities for growth and contribution. It is this sense of deep satisfaction that fuels contentment and peace, providing a stable foundation amidst life's uncertainties. Finally, the pursuit of internal need emphasizes self-awareness and introspection. To recognize what truly fulfills us requires reflection, honesty, and courage. It is a journey of understanding our own values, strengths, weaknesses, and desires. This inward focus allows us to prioritize what matters most, resist distractions that offer only temporary pleasure, and cultivate a life rich in meaning. By tending to the internal life, man addresses the greatest need that defines his existence, creating a foundation upon which all other pursuits can gain significance and depth. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and no amount of wealth, knowledge, or power can replace the deep need for connection. From the earliest stages of life, we depend on others for comfort, guidance, and support. It is through relationships with family, friends, and community. These bonds shape our personalities, influence our decisions, and provide a sense of belonging that cannot be replicated through material possessions alone. Without meaningful relationships, life can feel isolating, no matter how successful or accomplished one may appear on the surface. Compassion is another vital aspect of connection. It is through understanding and empathizing with the struggles, joys, and experiences of others that we truly engage with humanity. Compassion allows us to form deep emotional bonds and to contribute positively to the lives of those around us. When we reach out to help others, offer a listening ear, or simply show kindness, we not only enrich their lives, but also fulfill an internal need for meaningful interaction. Acts of compassion create a ripple effect, strengthening communities and cultivating an environment where human beings feel valued and supported. Understanding is equally crucial in building strong connections. It is not enough to merely interact with others. We must strive to truly comprehend their perspectives, emotions, and experiences. By embracing empathy and open-mindedness, we cultivate trust and deepen relationships. Understanding bridges gaps between individuals, fosters harmony, and resolves conflicts that arise from misunderstandings. It is through genuine understanding that connections evolve from superficial acquaintances into bonds that nurture emotional and spiritual growth. Finally, the need for love and connection transcends mere social interaction. It touches the very core of human fulfillment. Love, in its many forms, provides affirmation, security, and a sense of purpose. Romantic love, familial bonds, and friendships all contribute to the intricate web of human experience, offering solace during hardships and joy in times of triumph. Without connection and love, life loses its richness, leaving individuals with a void that material success or intellectual achievement alone cannot fill. By prioritizing relationships, compassion, and understanding, humanity addresses one of its deepest needs and fosters a life of genuine meaning and emotional abundance. Moral and spiritual grounding serves as the foundation upon which a meaningful life is built. Without a clear set of values and principles, individuals can easily become lost in the turbulence of life's challenges. Ethics and morality act as a compass, guiding our choices and ensuring that our actions are aligned with what is right and just. This grounding provides a sense of stability, allowing people to navigate complex situations with clarity and integrity. When individuals lack such a foundation, even small decisions can lead to confusion, conflict, and regret, highlighting the essential role that moral and spiritual awareness plays in everyday life. Spiritual grounding, in particular, addresses the human yearning for purpose and understanding beyond the material world. It encourages reflection on life's deeper meaning and fosters a connection with something greater than oneself. This connection cultivates inner peace, resilience, and a sense of belonging within the larger scheme of existence. Spiritual awareness also provides comfort in times of hardship, offering hope when circumstances seem overwhelming. By rooting our lives in spiritual principles, we create an inner sanctuary that allows us to endure difficulties without losing sight of our core values. Ethics, when consistently applied, shape both personal and societal behavior. A life guided by integrity, honesty, and compassion builds trust and fosters positive relationships. It allows individuals to interact with others in a manner that is fair, responsible, and respectful. Societies where moral principles are valued tend to be more cohesive, just, and resilient, because individuals collectively prioritize the common good over self-interest. On a personal level, adhering to ethical standards brings a sense of self-respect and pride, reinforcing the idea that moral grounding is not just a societal necessity, but a deeply personal source of fulfillment. Finally, moral and spiritual grounding gives direction and purpose to life. It provides a framework for making decisions, setting goals, and pursuing ambitions with a clear sense of right and wrong. When guided by enduring principles, individuals are less likely to be swayed by temporary temptations or societal pressures, and more likely to live authentically and meaningfully. This foundation allows for the cultivation of character, the development of empathy, and the nurturing of lasting relationships. Ultimately, moral and spiritual grounding equips individuals to face life with confidence, clarity, and an unwavering sense of direction, ensuring that their journey is purposeful and deeply rewarding. Service to others is one of the most profound ways to address man's greatest need. When we devote our time, energy, and resources to improving the lives of others, we discover a sense of fulfillment that cannot be attained through selfish pursuits alone. Acts of service create a meaningful connection between individuals, foster empathy, and promote a sense of purpose. By helping those in need, we experience the joy of making a positive difference in someone else's life, and in doing so, we nurture our own hearts and spirits. The act of giving, whether through time, knowledge, or material assistance, transforms both the giver and the receiver, creating a cycle of mutual enrichment. Character development is deeply intertwined with the practice of service. Virtues such as honesty, patience, humility, and kindness are not merely abstract ideals. They are cultivated through consistent action and conscious effort. Every act of service strengthens these virtues, shaping the individual into someone who is morally grounded, empathetic, and resilient. Character development equips a person to face life's challenges with integrity and grace, ensuring that decisions are made with consideration for both self and others. In this way, the pursuit of virtue enhances personal growth and fosters a life that is not only successful in external measures, but deeply meaningful internally. Service also instills a sense of responsibility and accountability. And incredibility. Moreover, engaging in service by stepping outside our own concerns and embracing the needs of others, we cultivate compassion, empathy, and a more profound understanding of the human experience. This enriched perspective further enhances our personal growth and strengthens our character. Finally, helping others and developing virtue are essential pathways to genuine happiness. True contentment does not arise from accumulation or self-centered pursuits, but from a life of meaningful contribution and moral integrity. When we live with a focus on service, guided by strong character, we experience a fulfillment that transcends temporary pleasure or superficial success. Happiness becomes a natural byproduct of a life aligned with purpose, values, and compassion. Through service and character development, man meets one of his deepest needs, finding joy, meaning, and satisfaction that endure far beyond fleeting achievements or material gain. Purpose serves as the guiding light that illuminates the path of life, giving clarity to our actions and decisions. Without a sense of purpose, human beings can drift aimlessly, pursuing goals that may bring temporary satisfaction but ultimately leave them feeling unfulfilled. Purpose provides direction, helping us prioritize what truly matters and avoid distractions that waste time and energy. When individuals understand why they are living and what they hope to achieve, every choice they make becomes more intentional, and life begins to take on a coherent and meaningful structure. Here's the begin. Sanya, Ederia, Crimea, Thi, De Gracious Regi. Having a clear purpose instills motivation and perseverance, especially during difficult times. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty, and it is often our purpose that keeps us steadfast in the face of adversity. When we know the reason behind our efforts, obstacles become opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Purpose transforms struggles into lessons, failures into stepping stones, and effort into progress. It acts as an anchor, grounding us when external circumstances threaten to sway our focus or diminish our resolve. Purpose also provides a sense of fulfillment that is deeper than momentary pleasure. It enables individuals to see beyond their own immediate desires and connect with a larger vision or goal. When life is lived with purpose, daily activities acquire significance, relationships gain meaning, and personal achievements contribute to a broader mission. This alignment between inner goals and outer actions fosters a profound sense of satisfaction and contentment. People with purpose are not merely surviving, they are actively participating in the creation of a life that reflects their values and aspirations. Finally, purpose amplifies the value of all other pursuits. Finally, purpose works amplifies the value of all other pursuits, wealth, knowledge, power, and sustained effort. Allocate from ordinary accomplishments into contributions that impact, not great accomplishments that impact, not great, and a suspension that impact, not great. By embracing purpose, man satisfies one of his deepest needs, creating a life of direction, coherence, and enduring meaning that informs every thought, decision, and action. Human beings often believe that external achievements are the ultimate measure of success. We are taught to pursue wealth, climb the social ladder, and acquire knowledge, believing that these milestones will bring happiness and security. While these accomplishments can provide comfort and convenience, they cannot satisfy the deeper longings of the heart. A person may be financially prosperous, highly educated, or widely respected, yet still experience feelings of emptiness, loneliness, or lack of purpose. This highlights a fundamental truth. External success alone cannot fulfill the intrinsic human need for meaning and inner peace. Wealth, though often seen as a gateway to happiness, has its limitations. Money can buy comfort, experiences, and temporary pleasures, but it cannot purchase genuine contentment, emotional stability, or meaningful relationships. Many wealthy individuals report feeling unfulfilled despite their material abundance, demonstrating that external riches cannot replace the internal cultivation of purpose, love, and virtue. True satisfaction comes not from accumulation, but from alignment with one's values, the pursuit of meaningful goals, and the nurturing of relationships that enrich the soul. Influence and power similarly fall short of addressing humanity's deepest needs. The ability to control situations or sway others may create a sense of importance. Yet power without a moral or spiritual foundation often leads to frustration, isolation, or ethical compromise. Influence alone cannot provide inner direction or emotional resilience. Human beings crave significance that transcends authority and reputation, a sense that their lives matter in a profound and lasting way. Without this, power becomes hollow. Education and knowledge, while undeniably valuable, also cannot fulfill the deepest human needs on their own. Knowledge expands the mind, enhances understanding, and opens doors to opportunity, but it does not automatically provide wisdom, fulfillment, or ethical clarity. One can be highly learned, yet spiritually or emotionally impoverished. The cultivation of the inner life, purpose, virtue, empathy, and connection is what transforms knowledge into a tool for meaningful living. External achievements, therefore, while important for navigating the world, are incomplete without incomplete without attention to the internal needs that everybody desires. That being an unmet need, and human beings are driven by a wide array of desires, reflecting the complexity and diversity of life itself. From the earliest moments of existence, we begin to seek things that promise comfort, security, and happiness. Wealth, fame, power, and knowledge are among the most common pursuits, each offering the illusion of fulfillment in its own way. People are drawn to wealth for the security and luxury it provides, to fame for recognition and admiration, to power for control and influence, and to knowledge for understanding and mastery. While these pursuits can enrich life in practical ways, they do not satisfy the deepest, most essential needs of the human spirit. The pursuit of wealth, for example, often dominates human ambition. Money can solve many problems and provide access to opportunities. Yet it cannot fill the internal void that comes from a lack of purpose or meaningful relationships. Many individuals with abundant material resources still report feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction, demonstrating that financial gain alone is insufficient for true contentment. The human heart seeks more than comfort.
Stop sama laba-laba.
So on can I provide even though I can't seem to stop. I manifest significance after such a significance after such a significance after such a significance after such a. Similarly, fame and recognition, while highly desired, cannot fulfill the soul's deepest needs. Public admiration may provide a temporary boost in confidence or social validation, but it is fleeting and dependent on external perceptions. Human beings can become trapped in a cycle of seeking approval, yet remain fundamentally unfulfilled. True satisfaction comes not from the applause of others, but from living authentically in alignment with one's values, building genuine relationships, and pursuing goals that have lasting significance beyond the transient praise of society. Knowledge and power, though important, also fall short of meeting the core human need for inner fulfillment. Knowledge expands the mind and equips individuals to navigate the world more effectively. But without wisdom, ethical grounding, or purpose, it can be misapplied or remain disconnected from life's deeper meaning. Power, on the other hand, offers influence and control, yet without compassion and moral direction, it can lead to isolation, misuse, or dissatisfaction. The wide variety of human desires, while natural and valuable, ultimately points to a central truth. External pursuits alone cannot satisfy the internal yearnings of the human heart, which seek purpose, love, and lasting meaning. In the end, while the world may tempt us with wealth, power, fame, and knowledge, none of these alone can fulfill the deepest longings of the human heart. Man's greatest need lies within: purpose, love, moral grounding, and meaningful connection. When we seek these, we not only enrich our own lives, but also touch the lives of others, creating a ripple effect of goodness, compassion, and understanding. Let us remember that true fulfillment is found not in what we accumulate or achieve outwardly, but in the values we uphold, the lives we impact, and the love and purpose we nurture within ourselves. By focusing on these eternal truths, we can live not just for ourselves, but for something greater, leaving behind a legacy of meaning, hope, and enduring joy.